checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 9, 7, 4, 8, 3. Do you have me? Right. Okay, mic check. Podium mic check. 1, 2. Podium mic check. Okay, so Shalom, are you getting that? 1, 2, check. Are you good? Press. Okay, I'm off.
Welcome DNC Chair Jamie Harrison.
To be back here in Nevada. Nevada, you know, I hope you all understand something. The eyes of the world are on what you do right here in Nevada. Do you know that the majority in the House will be determined here in Nevada? When you send Jackie Rosen back to the U.S. Senate, we will keep the majority because of you, Nevada. But most importantly, we will win the White House because of Nevada. But my friends, you know, the Republicans are so funny. You watch TV and the Republican pundits, they're counting you all out. They're saying that Nevada won't be blue again this election cycle. But let me tell you something, and I'm going to speak directly to the Republicans. You know, a good friend of mine says when they count you out, you teach them they don't know how to count. On November 5th, Nevada will show them that you count and you matter. My friends, this really is the most important election of our lifetime. And you know, people like to make elections out to be some complex things, but they're not. Because this election is about hope versus fear. It's about progress versus chaos. And the contrast between the parties is crystal clear. On one side, you have a party that is built on fear. A party led by a twice impeached 34-count convicted felon who sexually assaulted a woman. And what's so interesting about him and his party is they talk about making America great again. In essence, what they're saying by that, my friends, is they believe that America's greatness is in her past. But folks, we understand that America's greatness is in her future. And that future looks like Nevada. We know what Donald Trump wants to do. We saw what he did for 4 years. He preached bigotry, hatred, and division. We saw it on full display in New York. But my friends, the counter to Donald Trump is what we have on our side. We have a champion for reproductive rights. We have a fighter for the people. We have someone who is the voice for the voiceless. Folks, we got an MVP, our Madam Vice President, Kamala Harris. And she has a new way forward. She's bringing hope and joy back to our politics. She understands that regardless of your race, your religion, your background, your gender identity, your sexual orientation, how much money you have, who you pray to, every American should be able to live the American dream. So like I said, their superpower is fear, but our superpower is hope. And what gives me hope is seeing the thousands of people. It's January 20th, 2025. We're in Washington, D.C. It's Inauguration Day, but it's also Martin Luther King Day. And my friends, we're in Washington, D.C. It's a little bit cold and chilly. It's so cold, even Bernie Sanders has his puffy jacket on and his mittens. But we go to the nation's capital, to the U.S. Capitol, and it's gleaming white. And on the steps of that Capitol building, this building built by the hands of slaves, are all the dignitaries in the Democratic Party. We have your Senator Jackie Rosen's there, Captain Cortez Masto is there, all of your Democrats in the House. We have the new Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries. But my friends, there are two people that I want to point out. The first is a woman, and she's cloaked in all black. It's Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. And in Justice Jackson's hand, she has the Bible of Frederick Douglass. And out comes another woman, a woman of black and Asian descent. Now, my friends, she may be wearing all white, or she might decide to wear a tan suit. But she steps out onto that stage and she places her hand on that Bible and she lifts the other hand. And she swears to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. My friends, at that moment, Kamala Harris becomes the 47th president, the most powerful person on the face of this planet. And she continues that great tradition of Democratic presidents, of Lyndon Johnson, of Kennedy, of Barack Obama, of Joe Biden, of Bill Clinton, who sees us, who hears us, but most importantly, who fights for us. And my friends, that doesn't have to be a fairy tale. That can be our reality if only we do something. So, Nevada, for the next few days, are you willing and ready to do something? Are you ready to knock on some more doors? Are you ready to make a few more phone calls? Are you ready to take some people to the polls? Nevada, are you ready to fight? Because you know, when we fight, let's go win this.
Please welcome to the stage your mayor, Hillary Sheevey.
Wow. Oh my goodness, there's so much love and excitement in this building. I feel like I'm at a Taylor Swift concert or something. Are you ready for it? There you go. Okay, you know I'm a very competitive mayor, right? If those of you that know me well. Okay, I want them to be able to say that Reno was off the hook. So I want to hear it. Are you ready for it? Except for behind me, you guys are slacking a little bit. Bring it up the house. Come on. There you go. Okay, how about over here? Wow, okay. All right, that was pretty good. All right, so, wow, it's Halloween, right? How many of you are wearing costumes? Oh, you are? Yeah, look, she's wearing a costume right there. I love it. You know what's scary? You know, Halloween's a scary time, but what's scarier? Donald Trump is our next president. Right? Right? Look at all you future mayors out there. Someone gave me these incredible beads of brightness. Here, I'm going to throw you one. Oh, I'll bring it by. But these are wonderful. It says, girls belong in the White House. I'm with her. Right? Ooh, forward. All right, we'll pass out more in a later. Okay, so let me tell you something. Those of you that don't know me may not know that I'm a nonpartisan. I've never been a party. Oh, you too. There you go. I love it. And it's really important for me. And my ballot always kind of does look like, you know, different. It really is a mixed bag, honestly. I always vote for people, not party. And because I've been your mayor for the last 12 years, I have had, oh, you guys are so sweet. It's so weird. I feel like I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Hi, you guys. So, because I've been your mayor for the last 12 years, I have had the experience of working with actually 3 administrations from the White House. Okay, so it was Obama, then it was, you know, I won't mention any names. And obviously Biden-Harris. Let me tell you something. Obama was fantastic for mayors to work with. I spent the last year being the president of the United States Conference of Mayors. What an opportunity of my lifetime, to be honest with you. And then, so Obama was amazing to work with. But you know, that last administration, we weren't even invited to the White House. How can you possibly work with someone if you're not even invited to the table? What does that tell you? Let me tell you about Biden and Harris. I have a direct line, because they care about Reno, because they care about Washoe County. I have Yeah. I mean, I can literally pick up the phone and call right now. Should we call Tom? Yeah! I love it. You know I'm so crazy, I might just do it. But, so let me tell you. So I know the difference. I know the difference what these administrations bring to the table. I know firsthand. So let me ask you, do you care about mental health? I care deeply about mental health. Anxiety, depression, right? Suicide, those kinds of things, right? Who cares about female reproductive rights? Absolutely. Who cares about affordable housing? That's right. She does. She does. And I know that firsthand. Matter of fact, last week, building construction trades, I know you're in the house somewhere. Raise your hands. We just did a groundbreaking for 200 affordable units because of these gentlemen over there. And women. And women. Wendy, I know you're over there. I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We had the fearless leader from HUD here. We've had a lot of people from Washington and the White House right here in Reno because they care about you. I have never seen that kind of engagement ever in any administration. We are so fortunate. But like I said, they absolutely care, and they absolutely care about your future. Not only mine, but your future. And speaking of which, look at this! Okay, look at this. Future mayor. No, 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 not mayor. Future president. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got my bracelet. Oh. What's her name? Oh, she's absolutely adorable. See, this is our future, everyone, right here. We've got to make the right choice. We've got to make the right choice to protect our future right here. This is a prime example. All right? Look at future mayor right here. I see you. No, future president. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, she got it. I love it. All right, so I know they're telling me get off the stage, but I do want you guys to know this is real. They're laughing over here. I want everyone to get out their phones, okay? You're going to literally, I want you to call one person, your family, friends, loved ones, and you need to tell them to get out and vote. Vote like your life depends on it. Now, get out your phones. I just told you, hashtag mayor made me do it. Okay? Come on. Take a selfie of yourself, send it to your friend, and tell them you want them to come to the polls. And before I get off the stage, one last story. I do want to tell you this one last story. I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel rude. Sorry. So, because I'm a nonpartisan, I have a lot of friends, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, Green Party, doesn't matter. And last week I had a girlfriend literally call me and she was bawling. She's a Republican. Matter of fact, I know we've got Republican friends in the house up here. And she was crying profusely, and I thought something really bad had happened. And she said, no, I just have voter guilt. And I said, why? And she said, you know, the way I voted in the last election. And I didn't want to vote shame her, right? I wanted to say, I told you so. But anyway, I didn't want to vote shame her, and I kind of equated it. I said, you know, it's like an ex-boyfriend. You broke up with him a long time ago, and you know you don't want him back. So everyone, get out there and vote. Get out there and vote, right? We need it. We need it. Also, let me just say one last word. Who's a business owner in the house? Raise your hand. Okay. All of you business owners, it is critical. It is critical. Because let me tell you something. She understands small business. And how do I know? Because I've met her several times. We've had in-depth conversations about mental health, reproductive rights, small business. They understand. Harris Walls understands. And I am not kidding whenever I say this. It is so true, and it is so critical for our future. This one's future right here, right? So are we all in? We're all in? Okay, you guys. Get out there and vote. Last but not least, what? Hashtag mayor made me do it. Okay.
Please welcome to the stage LiUNA Local 169 member, Michael Gordon Jr.
Hello, Reno, Nevada. I got bend over, gotta get to the microphone. My name is Michael Gordon Jr., and I'm a proud LiUNA Local 169 apprentice and longtime Reno resident. All my life I voted for Republicans. It's the way I was raised, and the Republican candidates always align with my values. I voted for Donald Trump in 2016. And I'm a registered Republican now, but Donald Trump changed everything. The party I once knew is now unrecognizable to me. His extremist views laid out in his Project 2025 agenda have me worried about my future and my family's future. I am a father of 8 with children ranging from 2 to 20 years old. My children are my world, and I would do anything to protect them. And I know that our rights are on the line this election. I want to protect my daughter's rights as the strong women they will become. To decide the future of what happens to their own bodies. I want my children to be able to acquire good-paying jobs in a stable economy. And I want them to be able to call themselves homeowners one day. Here in Nevada, we know what it means to struggle for affordable housing. My family and I have been waiting for 2 years plus to be able to afford a home, and some other families which I know wait much longer. And Vice President Harris knows there is a housing crisis, especially here in Nevada. That is why she has a real plan to make buying a home possible for more Nevada families. Her plan for a new way forward includes construction of 3 million new housing units to end the housing supply shortage, lowering the cost of rent for hard-working Americans by taking on corporate landlords and providing a historic $25,000 down payment support for first-time homeowners. This will be transformational for not only my family, but yours too. And that is why this election, I am putting my country and my family over my party. I am ready to turn the page on Donald Trump, as Vice President Harris says. This election is about Vice President Harris, who is fighting for you and me, or Donald Trump, who is focused on his own agendas or grievances instead of the American people. And now, with only 5 days left until Election Day, we have to make our voices heard. We must educate our communities, talk with our neighbors, and make sure everyone knows that there is only one candidate in this election who is fighting for us, and that is Vice President Kamala Harris.
Please welcome to the stage U.S. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto.
Not only do I have to say Happy Halloween, but Happy Nevada Day. Right? Yes. First of all, the speakers, incredible. Michael Gordon Jr., just here, give him a hand. It's not easy to do, and he's out here giving it his all. Oh my gosh, this is incredible energy. Can you feel it? Listen, I've been all over this state. This energy is all over Nevada. That's a good thing. So, I'm going to ask you to do something. I want you all to take the energy that you have tonight, and take it out there to the ballot box, right? That's right. You're hearing this. We only have 5 more days. 5 more days away from the most important election of our lifetimes. And now's the time just to leave it all on the field. We can sleep after it's over, right? But now we got to make it happen. Now we have to make it happen, especially here in Washoe County, one of the most important swing districts in the country. I know. Listen, we know this. The road to the White House and the Senate runs through Washoe County, and we are proof of that. We are proof of that. This election, now let's talk about this, thank you. This election, it really is about 2 choices, Reno. It really is. And you know this, but this is why we have to get out and talk to our friends and neighbors and really explain it to them. Do we want Donald Trump to destroy our economy and take away our freedoms? No. Or do we want Kamala Harris to strengthen our economy and uphold our freedoms? Yeah. That's what I thought. Kamala Harris, and I know her so well. We do, Nevada, we know her. And she has shown us exactly how she's going to invest in our working families, support our small businesses, right? Support our labor, organized labor, and all of the hardworking men and women. And yes, help us become homeowners, right? There's so much at stake. I tell you, and listen, I've had the front row seat, thanks to all of you, what was happening in Washington under the previous administration. And he hasn't changed. He's got no plans, right? His only economic plan now is to slap tariffs on everything. That's his idea. Let's just put a tariff on it. What does that mean for all of you? What does that mean? That's right. That means that will raise prices for our hardworking families and individuals and businesses. That is the truth. He only cares about making himself and his wealthy friends richer and more powerful. That's what's at stake here. That's right. And I'm telling you, the only way to stop him is to get out and vote. Get out and vote. Because there truly has never been so much at stake. Every single vote counts. We know this. We know this, right? Just 2 years ago, you helped me win my re-election, right? Right. And because of that, we secured the Democratic majority in the Senate. But Washoe County, here's the deal. Our races are always close. You know this, right? I won my race just by 7,928 votes. Think about that. That's why it matters. That's why we have to do everything we can to make sure we vote, but we get our friends, we get our families, we get those who are still undecided and talk to them and get them to vote as well. Because there is so much at stake, as I have said. This election, it really is about a future where every Nevadan has the opportunity to succeed. It is about the future of where women, once again, have control over their bodies. Yeah. And it's about hope. It's about moving this country forward, not backward. And I know Nevadans, we are not going back, right? So, we are in this final stretch. We are in this final stretch. Are we going to knock on those doors? Are we going to drive the people around us crazy until they get out to vote? Yes! Here's what I know. Here's what I know. Tu voto es tu voz. Your vote is your voice. Are we ready, Washoe, to use our voices and turn out that vote? I thought so. Because it is now time to make sure that we send Kamala Harris, Tim Walz to the White House. And don't forget our friends. We need Jackie Rosen reelected to the United States Senate. And we need to elect our Democrats up and down the ballot who stand guard for the very future we all want for our families. Is that right? All right. So come on, Washoe, one more time I'm going to ask you, let's bring it home. Are we ready? Because when we vote, I know it. Thank you, Washoe.
and all the people we passed through. Now we're down to the last two. May I have this dance to you? Can I say something crazy? I love you. Give me both your hands to you. Let me stand inside you. You got your mother's eyes. You've got your grandmother's ring. You've got your daddy's discernment. Girl, you did your thing. Oh, give me one more. 1, 2, 1, 2, always on beat. You must have been born with 2 right feet. I know you've been looking for something concrete. You must have been born with 2 right feet. Said 1, 2, 1, 2, always on beat. I know you've been looking for something concrete. You must have been born with 2 right feet. You must have been born with 2 right feet. Said, I love you more than your mother, more than you love yourself. May I have this dance? Can I say something crazy? I love you. Give me one more chance, give me one more chance, give me one more. Let me stand beside you. Can I say something crazy? I love you. Give me one more chance, give me one more chance, give me one more. Let me stand beside you.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave 'em all in awe. You don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why.
Please welcome to the stage Nevadan and small business owner Michonne Martin.
Happy Nevada Day to my beautiful Nevadans. I am a 4th generation Nevadan, so home truly means Nevada to me. So we're 160 years old. We're looking pretty good, I think, for 160. But this is our moment. This is our moment to choose our future, to choose a new way forward. And Nevada, we can do it. We can do this together. Can we not? We're going to do this. So I am here because when it comes to protecting women, it's Kamala. When it comes to protecting our children, it's Kamala. When it comes to taking care of our parents, my beautiful, strong mother, it's Kamala. When it comes to taking care of our family, our friends, those we love, those who matter, it's Kamala. Yes, yes. Now you might be saying, how do you know? Let me tell you, as they say, I have the receipts. I have known Kamala for 26 years. And the first time that I heard her say, Kamala Harris, for the people, it changed my life. So, I was an assistant district attorney working with and then for Kamala Harris. So I had a front row seat to her fighting for us every single day, protecting the most vulnerable, women that were raped, our children that were molested, abused, some of our young women who were drugged at a bar and then raped, cold cases where women were murdered years before and now she was relentless in solving them. So I did that work. I specialized in that work, crimes against women and children, because she taught me to. She taught me to. She taught me that all that matters in this life is who we take care of and how we take care of them. That is what she taught me. And of course, she didn't stop there. So then I came back to our beautiful Nevada when she was becoming the Attorney General of California. And I was privileged to also work for our amazing Senator, Catherine Cortez Masto, when she was Attorney General. And those two combined forces to fight against human trafficking, to take on transnational gangs, the most dangerous, because they were trafficking in humans, treating them like they have no value, they don't matter. Going after banks, Kamala fought again every day for us in every possible way. That is the woman I know. That is the woman that I have watched for decades. That is the woman we deserve. We deserve her. So I need to tell you a personal story. So when I was working in the in the district attorney's office, decided to start a family. So I became pregnant. And I had a very difficult pregnancy, as so many of us do. And there was Kamala to support me, take care of me at my most vulnerable. But let me say this to you. She supports whether we choose to have children or whether we don't. She fights for our freedom. Every single day, she fights for us to choose our lives, to choose our destiny. That's what she does, and she will never give up. Every day of her life will be spent doing that for us, finding the best in us, encouraging us, and fighting for us. And so, yes, yes. And so, I had that beautiful baby a long time ago, and that beautiful only child of mine is now 20 years old. And she is strong and kind and amazing. And she just voted in her first presidential election for Kamala Harris. So Nevada, can we do this? Do you promise? Can we do this? Talk to everybody, everyone you know. Tell them your story. Tell them my story. You want me to tell the story? Call me. I will do it. But let's work every day, tirelessly. Let's fight as hard as Kamala has fought for us for decades. Let's fight for her, please. So will you all help me welcome my friend, my mentor, the woman that will fight tirelessly for us every day of her life, our next president of these United States, Kamala Harris.
good to be back. Oh, it's good to be back. Oh, it's good to be back. I have spent a lot of time in Reno over the years, and it is so good to be back in Reno. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win? Yes. It is so good to be back and with so many incredible leaders. And I want to just start by thanking everyone here for taking time out of your busy lives to be here this afternoon for us to celebrate each other and community. And I thank you, everyone. I want to thank my dear, dear friend, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. As you know, we were AGs together. I was in California. She was here. We were fighting a good fight, arm in arm, always together. I want to thank Mayor Shivi, DNC Chair Jamie Harrison, Michael Gordon with LiUNA Local 169, and Nevada, please send Jackie Rosen back to the United States Senate. And to all the tribal, elected, and community leaders with us today, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. So Reno, tomorrow, well, by the way, happy Halloween. So tomorrow, Friday, November 1st, is the last day to vote early in person. And if you are voting by mail, please do not wait. Sign the envelope and return your ballot today. Your ballot must be returned to a drop box or postmarked by Election Day next Tuesday, November 5th. So please help get the word out and ask people to go to iwillvote.com if they're not sure. Spread the word. And we need you to vote, Nevada. You are going to make the difference in the outcome of this election, and I thank you. I thank you. So, okay, we got some work to do. Okay, we have 5 days left in one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime. And we do have work to do. But here's the thing I know about everybody here. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. We will win. And one of the reasons we will win is because I know who the folks are here. I know who you are. And here's the thing about all of us. We know that when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. You know what to fight for. And we know we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're exhausted by it. We're done with that. We're done with it. And Reno, this is the thing. We know that this is not who we are. That's not who we are. And it is time for a new generation of leadership in America. And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next president of the United States. And Nevada, you're gonna... Thank you. All right. Okay. We got work to do. So listen, but let me say this, and a lot of folks here know, I am not afraid of tough fights. For decades, as a prosecutor and as top law enforcement officer of the first cousin of Nevada, California, I won fights. I won fights with Catherine against the big banks that ripped off homeowners, against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students, against predators who harmed women and children, against the cartels that trafficked in guns and drugs and human beings. And it is my pledge to you that if you give me the chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way of fighting for you. For the people. And look, we know who Donald Trump is. Because we all know he is not someone who is thinking about how to make your life better. And this is someone who is increasingly unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and he's out for unchecked power. And in less than 90 days, either he or I will be sitting in the Oval Office. And listen, here's what we can imagine, right? We've all seen on TV, you've seen the Oval Office, but here's the thing. We have to get the word out to help people even just visually imagine what that day will be. Because if elected, Donald Trump on day one would walk into that office with an enemies list. When I am elected, I will walk in with a to-do list on behalf of you. And at the top of my list is bringing down your cost of living. That will be my focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans, enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries. before, I'll take it on again. I will make housing more affordable by building more homes and taking on corporate landlords who unfairly buy up all these properties and jack up rents. We will fight for working families by raising the minimum wage and eliminating taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers. And if you're caring for an elderly parent, I took care of my mother when she was sick. Listen, this is personal for me, as so many of these issues. If you are taking care of an elderly parent, my plan will cover the cost of home health care for seniors with Medicare. So you don't have to deplete whatever savings you got to qualify for Medicaid. It's just about dignity so that seniors can stay in their homes and you can be able to do all that you need to do, especially if any of you are in that sandwich generation, raising young kids while you're taking care of your parents. It's just about dignity. My plan will lower the cost of childcare, same point. We will also cut taxes for small businesses. Can I see the small business owners who are here? Our small businesses. And we will lower health care costs, because here's where I come from. I believe that health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. So this is about values, right? How do you think about what people need to live with dignity? To live where they are able to work and know that it actually means something, that is not just about getting by, but getting ahead. On the other hand, Donald Trump's answer to the financial pressures you face is the same as it was the last time. Another $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires and big corporations. And this time he will pay for it with a 20% national sales tax on everything you buy that is imported. Just imagine, on clothes, food, toys, cell phones. A Trump sales tax that economists have measured will cost you, on average, an additional $4,000 a year. And on top of that, Donald Trump still wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. And he has a very powerful friend in Congress, the Speaker of the House, who recently, if you notice, said that there will be a, quote, end to Obamacare. The words he used were no Obamacare, which, if he were to get his way, if Trump wins, means they would throw millions of Americans off the health insurance and take us back, which would take us back to when, you'll remember, insurance companies had the ability to deny people with pre-existing conditions. But Nevada, we are not going back. 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 We're not going back. We're not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future. And ours is a fight for freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And we all remember how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade. They did, and now 1 in 3 women in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. Many with no exceptions for rape or incest. You know what? Let me say something about this. We're here because we're fighting for a democracy. Fighting for a democracy. And understand the difference here. Understand the difference here. Moving forward. Moving forward. Understand the difference here. What we are looking at is a difference in this election. Let's move forward and see where we are. Because on the issue, for example, of freedom of choice. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. You know what? Democracy can be complicated sometimes. It's okay. We're fighting for the right for people to be heard and not jailed because they speak their mind. We know what's at stake. And on the issue of freedom, listen, Donald Trump's not done. Did anybody hear what he had to say just yesterday? And I'll tell you, it was outrageous. So he said, on the issue of freedom of choice, reproductive freedom, he said that he will do what he wants because, quote, this is his perspective, he will do it whether the women like it or not. Whether the women like it or not. Can you imagine? And this is not the first time he has told us. He does not believe women should have authority or agency over their own bodies. This is the same person who said that women should be punished for their choices. And what we know is we know what we are seeing. This is someone who simply does not respect the freedom of women or the intelligence of women to make decisions about their own lives. And we know that what he has planned includes a national abortion ban, restricting access to birth control, putting IVF treatments at risk, and forcing states to monitor women's pregnancies. You don't have to take my word for it. Google Project 2025. Read the plans for yourselves. And I know we all know that one does not have to abandon their faith or reasonably held beliefs to agree that the government should not be telling her what to do with her body. So, Nevada, to protect your right to make your own health care decisions, vote yes on question 6. And make sure you vote up and down the ballot to truly protect that right. And I will tell you, when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. So, Nevada, I am here asking for your vote. I am asking for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. And I got your back. As President, I pledge to you to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress. And I pledge to listen to experts, to listen to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make, and to listen to people who disagree with me. Because that's what real leaders do. That's what real leaders do. And unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe that the people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table. leadership looks like. And I pledge to you to always put country above party and self, and to be a president for all Americans. For all Americans. So it all comes down to this. We are all here together. And again, you are taking this time to be here because we love our country. We love our country. And when you love something, you fight for it. You fight for it. And I do believe it is one of the highest forms of patriotism, of our expression of our love for our country, to then fight for the ideals of our country and to fight to realize the promise of America. And I'm going to tell you, I have always believed in our nation's promise because I have lived it. I grew up a child of the civil rights movement. My parents would take me to marches when I was in a stroller. And at those places, people from all walks of life came together to fight for the ideals of freedom and opportunity. You know, growing up, I saw how hard my mother worked to give her daughters the same chance our country gave her. And I was blessed to have family by blood and family by love, who instilled in me the values of community and compassion and faith. I've spent my life fighting for the people who have been hurt and who have been counted out. And people who never stopped, even then, believing that in our country anything is possible. I've lived the promise of America, and I see the promise of America in everyone here. It is in all of us. It is in all of us. It is in all of us. It is in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom. It is in the men who support them. It is in the fathers and mothers who work hard every day for their children's future. It is in the Republicans who never voted for a Democrat before, but have put the Constitution of the United States above party. I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who are voting for the first time. And I'll tell you what I love about this generation, Gen Z. I'm going to shout you out. Let me tell you what I love about you all, you leaders, you young leaders, as you are rightly impatient for change. I love that about you. You are determined to live free from gun violence, to take on the climate crisis, to shape the world that you inherit. I love that about you. And for them, I say to everybody else, look, none of this is theoretical. This, for them, is a lived experience. It's not political. It's what they're living. And to the young leaders, then I say, I see you. I believe in you, and I see your power. You are so powerful. And I would just ask, can we give it up for the first-time voters who are in the House? Right. See, I'm telling you, our future is bright. You just have to see it in front of you. The future of our country is bright. And so, to the people of Nevada, look, you are battle-born. And we are ready for the hard work ahead. We have 5 days to get it done. And so, look, nobody can sit on the sidelines. Let's spend the next 5 days so that when we look back on these days, we have no regrets. And let us make sure that we are knocking on doors, that we are texting folks, calling folks, reaching out to family and friends and classmates and neighbors and coworkers. And as we do, I have a request. As we do, please let's be intentional about building community. And let's be intentional about building coalitions. You know, these last many years, it's had a way of, trying to make people point their fingers at each other, trying to divide us, trying to make people feel alone. So let us all, in this moment, be intentional about building back up and reminding folks we have so much more in common than what separates us. So much more. So much more. And so we all know here, your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. So today, Nevada, I ask you then, are you ready to make your voices heard?